You're not going to believe what I just uncovered about Outlander Season 8 and its upcoming spin-off, Blood of My Blood. There's a fan theory out there that could flip one of the show's most emotional storylines on its head, and it all connects back to Claire's daughter, Faith. As Outlander prepares to wrap up with its final season, the big question now isn't just how the story ends, but whether the spin-off might actually hold the key to some long-awaited answers. Let's break it down. Here's the scoop. Blood of My Blood is coming soon, and honestly, its release window might be a game-changer. The timing feels strategic, not just because it'll build momentum before Season 8 drops, but because it could set up one of the most emotional reveals the show has ever done. Remember that heartbreaking moment when Claire lost her daughter Faith? Well, the Season 7 finale introduced the possibility that maybe, just maybe, Faith didn't actually die. Before we get Season 8, we're getting the first season of Blood of My Blood, which dives into the past, specifically the love stories of both Jamie and Claire's parents. It jumps between the 18th and 20th centuries, giving us insight into the lives that shaped the characters we've followed for years. But more importantly, those time periods offer the perfect backdrop for something else, something much bigger. There's a growing theory among fans that Master Raymond, the mysterious healer and time traveler we met earlier in the series, actually brought baby Faith back to life, and then took her through time. According to the theory, instead of returning her to Claire, he chose to raise her in a completely different era, possibly for her safety or for some unknown reason. Here's where it gets even more compelling. Blood of My Blood takes place in two time periods Claire has never traveled to. That gives the writers a lot of freedom to include hidden clues or background details that could hint at Faith's survival without interfering with Claire's timeline. What if Master Raymond crosses paths with either Jamie's parents or Claire's family? And what if Faith is there, subtly included in their lives? The spin-off could plant these seeds, setting up a reveal in Season 8 that would completely reframe Claire's journey. If Faith is alive, and if she's also a time traveler, maybe even raised by Raymond, then everything changes. That kind of reveal wouldn't just bring closure, it would be a powerful emotional moment for both the characters and longtime fans. It also seems deliberate that Blood of My Blood will premiere before the final season of Outlander. While we don't have an official release date for Season 8 yet, the pattern suggests it'll drop near the end of 2025. Meanwhile, the spin-off is expected in the summer, just a few months before. This back-to-back setup feels like more than coincidence. Season 7 already introduced the idea of the spin-off, and now Blood of My Blood seems poised to return the favor, teeing up the last chapter of the main series. Still, it's bittersweet. Season 8 marks the end of the road for Jamie, Claire, and the entire Fraser family. And while we're lucky to be getting more time with them, the idea of saying goodbye is already starting to hit. For many fans, Outlander filled a unique space in TV, a blend of fantasy, history, and adult romance that very few shows managed to pull off. At one point, it looked like A Court of Thorns and Roses, the fantasy romance series being adapted by Hulu, could be the perfect next obsession. With its massive fan base, emotional depth, and a similar tone, it felt like the natural successor. But now that project seems stuck in development. Ronald D. Moore, who was originally attached to it, and also helped bring Outlander to life, has left. And since then, things have gone quiet. Other shows, like My Lady Jane, have tried to step into the fantasy romance space, but none have had the same impact. The reality is, this genre isn't getting the attendees. Just imagine, a subtle appearance of Faith, maybe as a child or even an adult, dropped into the spin-off storyline. It wouldn't need to be front and center. Just a hint, a clue, something that lets longtime viewers know there's more going on behind the scenes. And when Season 8 finally arrives, that little breadcrumb could become a massive emotional payoff. So yeah, Outlander might be ending. But the story isn't necessarily over. There's still time for twists, for theories to come true, and for new stories to be born out of old ones. Whether it's through Faith, Master Raymond, or the prequel's deeper timeline, Blood of My Blood could be the key to unlocking one final, unforgettable chapter. Thanks for sticking around. If you've got thoughts or theories of your own, drop them in the comments. And if you're as obsessed with Outlander as I am, be sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned, because things are about to get very interesting.